Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's session of Curse of Strahd. Before we begin tonight's game, announcements, we're going to run through them. My announcement is that you should follow us on the socials. That's Twitter, Discord, especially that one, YouTube. Those are really the only ones that we're active on, if you think about it.
Discord.
Yeah, Discord is like the main one. And then I'm not going to go to Grizz. I want him to keep doing what he's doing. Baka, you're next.
Hey, you want more D&D in your week? Wednesdays, Glory of the Giants here on Swindler's Den. Hey, yep. 6:30 p.m. EST.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else they want to
Yeah. Yeah.
say? I think that's it, right? That's all we have to say.
Yep.
Baka,
Yeah, the Pathfinder character creation video is coming TM soon. Soon TM.
Wow, I didn't even know.
We're getting there.
I didn't even know that was happening.
It's just taking some time to read fucking bajillion spells
Well,
because I'm an idiot.
Meyore, you are.
I'm keeping it in. I don't care.
We're doing so well.
Baka,
Well, we were. The other stuff just got cut out.
give. Here's what I want you to do, Baka. This is what I want you to do. Give me a 3-second or 3-word summary on how the trees are updated. 3 words.
This is my baby boy.
That's way more than 3 words.
It's only 2 more. It's
Okay, so that's it, I guess. Who wants to do the recap?
fine. Last time on Strahd, Malin died. That was it.
We couldn't find him.
So,
we couldn't.
so we pick up in the game. We're going off of that. You guys are all standing around. Malin's just died. Go ahead.
Oh no.
I'm trying.
Okay,
I'm trying to give her the giggles, and you keep bringing them back.
Do you want me to actually elaborate more on the recap?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So this is what's happening right now. we zoom back in on the 4 of you gathered around the fallen over tree hut. Malin is nowhere to be found. You've looked for him, can't find him. So you're just kind of standing around in the swamp, water up to your ankles. A hag's dead. The hag disappeared. And now you're just kind of like, well, it's just you and the hut. No sign of baby Strahd. And it's quiet.
Except for my sacred flame that's going up in the air, and me yelling for Milivoy the return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you do that. Who's got a high passive perception? TM Roderick, you have high passive perceptions.
Hey,
Yeah, 17.
Does anyone else have a decently high passive perception?
I mean, what do you consider decently high?
Above a 15.
Damn! Darn!
Meyore, you crapped the boat, dude. It's too late now.
I don't
I
have
had dinner. I have energy.
I had dinner.
I don't want to be in this boat with Meyore anymore. He keeps crapping it.
He's grabbing it, dude. It stinks. So Tia and Roderick, you don't see Malin anywhere, and you're kind of like, that's weird. The 2 of you kind of pick up on this faint, picking up of the wind. It almost seems to breeze through in an omnipresent direction, in a quick burst, and it's not super duper noticeable. It's quite subtle, but you just kind of feel it on the back of your neck. And as you look around, the rest of the fog that is around you seems to get thinner, and you watch as it kind of just fades away.
That's good. fog's fading.
I'm trying to think. Did someone say earlier that fog fading was like bad?
Yeah, we weren't stoked about
Oh.
it before, but only because we thought Strahd was lowering
Like,
the layers.
I thought this fog was specifically the hag's fog that
That's
made
what I
us
assumed you
go
were
It
thinking.
is.
crazy.
If you don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. But yeah, generally we've been like, "Ew, that's not good," because Strahd's like breaking out.
I believe when the hag died, that illusion faded. I'm pretty sure. I said
So this is like other fog.
this is the ever presiding fog that lasts in Barovia.
Oh, that's not good.
You said it was.
I got confused. Damn it! It was not descriptive enough of what was happening.
It's been a few weeks.
we need to put you in the hole.
Dang it! We're trying to be serious.
That ship sailed and we're gone.
Could he be getting stronger?
Blair's gonna sit down on the trunk, like one of the roots of this tree, and just tears forming in her eye. Just starts taking food out, chewing down rations. He's getting stronger, and we're only getting weaker by the moment. What are we even doing?
Right, down a comrade.
I wouldn't say that. He's out there somewhere. He couldn't just disappear.
Well, no. A lot of things disappear sometimes when they, die. Strong chance that he just poofed.
But he's just a human. He's just normal. Why? No. He's out there somewhere. We'll find him back in Vallaki, playing at the inn or some such.
We can't go to the Vallaki. They hate us there. We can't go anywhere.
I don't think he's still here. Ravenloft.
No.
Barovia.
No. Yeah, Gundrick will just sort of like sit down and kind of like head in hands, just kind of just muttering like, no, can't be, to himself, just kind of zoning out.
Maybe he's back home.
Yes, maybe he escaped. That maybe, yes, the magic. That's how that works. Yes, the hag death. He got to leave because he was a hero. Yes, that's why. That's why if we become the heroes, then we can leave. He just got out early.
Blair looks from Roderick to Gundrick and pointedly doesn't say anything on that topic.
Yeah. Well, it's not good being down another man.
We
But
set out to find more people, and we're just losing them.
I think we should try to catch up with Meyore so we don't lose him too. And then perhaps take a rest at Kresk.
I was thinking as well, and he'll like pull out the seed, because I guess it's been a little actiony. I found this in the tree. This is the seed, is it not, that the Martikovs were looking for? Maybe they can offer us some aid now that we've brought 2 of these things to them. That's all they said there was, right? Just 2. Or I don't know. It's been a while. I can't exactly remember.
It's been long enough that I don't want to say anything because I don't recall what we know.
All those 3? I'm not sure.
I want to say she said there, or he said there was like 1 down here somewhere, and then there was
There's
like we found
one in Yester Hill. There was one with the hag, and then the other's unknown. I think is what it was.
Oh, okay.
There was 3 at some point.
Gotcha.
Plus Strogden. Right?
I think Drogden has like an asterisk on it.
Well, surely they'd be willing to help us in some shape, yes?
Not shelter, at least.
That's true.
All right, well, let's go ahead and catch up with Milivoy before he's too far gone.
Okay. I can't lose anybody else. I don't know about everybody else, but if like everybody else starts walking away, Gundrick's just kind of like turn and look at the house, and he'll just kind of like under his breath just say like he'll do like whatever a dwarven salute looks like. I don't know. I'm thinking like one arm in front, one arm behind, doing that like cross arm thing or something like that.
Is that like Attack on Titan?
Oh my God, you're right. I knew I was getting that from
That's what I was thinking
somewhere.
of.
No. All right, you know what? One arm is just down to the side. It's just the hand over
like
the
this.
not heart. Yeah. Yeah, he'll just say, "I did not know you for very long, but wherever you are, you fought well, and I wish you luck." And then he'll just do his salute, and then he'll follow the rest of the folks.
Okay. Where are you guys going?
Where's his horse?
He's back with the
Yeah.
winery.
You left Red Keep at the winery.
We should sell his horse. Sorry, I had to say it.
Oh man, maybe the horse becomes whatever I named it again.
Jeffrey.
Never mind.
When you renamed his horse? No.
So you guys start heading back to the winery. Is that what you're going?
Well, where did you send Milivoy? Where did you tell him to go?
Well, he shot up a signal, and Milivoy started walking back towards it.
Yeah,
That's
I would
what I
hope.
thought.
I was
We
yelling,
hope he does, but we should go in the direction that he was sent to go.
Yeah.
So
I
we
told
hope
him to
we-
go toward Kresk, and if this was victorious, I'd meet him in Kresk. But we finished so quickly that he can't be more than a couple hundred feet away. So
It was a long
know.
fight.
yeah, but you know, he's
rounds are
what,
6
like-
seconds, so you can only go 60 feet.
We had like a whole discussion about like how many feet he was away and whatnot.
So
remember
you want to go back and meet up with Milivoy first.
Yes.
Okay, so whoever's helming this, roll a survival check because you're trying to track him down.
I have a +7. Anybody? Okay. Is
I
any of us
will,
known?
I will
for-
help
Thank you.
by looking for footprints as well.
Nice.
Okay, I roll so bad. I needed that. I still rolled bad. It's an 18 though total because I got a +7.
Yeah, you retrace Milivoy's steps as best as you can, and it takes a matter of minutes before you see him like kind of trudging his way back towards you guys. It's a weird sight of him being like half on his guard, but really half not, and half he's very like in his head right now, like focusing on the ground, not doing what he's supposed to be doing, but he's making his way back to you guys.
Boy.
Oh, good, you're alive.
What?
Tell if that's sarcastic.
No,
That
it's
was,
not. It's not sarcastic. It's just no, it's not. I'm happy to see that you're alive. I am. I am happy to see that.
Well, we didn't all make it.
Oh. Oh, that sucks.
Milivoy, you know, you kind of irking me a bit.
Oh, like,
Just a little.
look, I'm sorry. Okay, look, let's be honest though. Like, he was kind of losing his will to live a little bit. You can't deny. Like, he lost his girl, and he was halfway in a bottle.
You're being very,
That is
very
enough of
rude.
that boy.
Like, I liked
That
him a
is
lot,
enough.
and it sucks that he's gone, obviously, and I'm sad about it. But like, it kind of is a mercy to him. He wasn't happy. You should hear the things he said in his sleep.
Boy, are you happy?
You know, I think in general, for the most part, yes.
Oh, that's good. I'm surprised. This world has a way of eating your very existence from you.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. There are people here who are just. They fight against that a little more, I guess.
That's good. I'm sorry for sending away during the fight. I truly thought we were lost. I thought you were the only path forward for our people.
Well, you look like shit, so it probably wasn't a stretch, you know. So it's fine. I get it. I just. I don't know. We should probably get out of here. I feel weird.
Yeah. We're gonna take a detour over to the winery.
Okay. And he tags along. Gundrick, what's your passive perception? Or actually, what's your passive insight?
Oh, okay. I think that's a little better than. Oh no, it's.
And Tia, what's yours as well?
Wait.
How do you do passive insights?
It should just be on
10
your.
plus your modifier.
Okay,
Wait,
because your
what?
spell attack is 8+, right?
10 plus your modifier
10 plus
is
the
your
modifier.
passive.
Unless
Your
you're
insight modifier.
if you're proficient in insight, though, you also get your proficiency bonus.
But that would be part of your modifier.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a 14.
14.
14 as well, surprisingly.
I'm
Yeah.
17. That
So-
means anything.
It doesn't, because you're a target here.
Uh-oh. I didn't roll either. I am a target.
Whoops.
So the two of you who are not from Barovia pick up on this because Millavoy is exhibiting it a little bit, and also I think Roderick and Blair are starting to pick up on it. The atmosphere here is starting to change. And like the people who are so attuned to Barovia are noticing it, that it just feels a little different now. It feels a little colder and a little more expansive in its fear, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
Like oppressive or.
Like its fear is reaching further than its boundaries.
It's like it's looming.
Okay. Tia, do you feel that? Yeah.
It feels a bit off.
Feels worse somehow. Roderick Blair, do you feel this? Something is different.
He's getting stronger. By the moment, it seems.
Actually, as a note here as well, Gundrick and Tia, you two are also feeling a weird sensation. Your minds are becoming a little clouded, a little fuzzy. It's becoming a little bit difficult to focus.
Was there something in this swamp? I feel a little like hung over or something. Tia, do you feel that as well?
We went to the swamp? Oh, right. We
it
were
was an
there.
illusion. You're right.
Well, you are losing a lot of blood from your neck, it seems.
Oh, that didn't feel great. Yeah. But I'm a stouty little fellow.
You've got to get somewhere to rest quick.
Yes, yes.
It
I
seems like less
agree.
places becoming. I mean, nowhere was safe, but even more so now.
Think tomorrow we might have to take the fight to him.
Well, we have the things that the witch spoke of to Malin, yes? Or, well, a caravan or a magic using person. Oh, I'm sorry, my brain.
We have everything but the location, correct?
From what I recall, yes.
The location of what?
Location of where we are to fight Strahd.
Oh, right.
Did Malin tell us? I thought he did.
He told us what it.
We know what the card said, but we don't know the exact thing or figured that out technically. We kind
We
of
don't
have
know
an idea.
where the location is, but we know what
Yes.
the location is.
Yes.
Yeah, because we thought it was like where his brother's buried or something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, but we don't know where that is.
Gotcha. Well, locals.
Stay
Where do you
close to
think?
us.
Oh, actually, I don't know. I feel like Gundrick probably. Well, I don't know. I guess dwarves are a little different. But like, would he have any idea of just like society of like where a noble would probably like keep their dead? Is that like would they
Roll
like in general?
roll a history check.
All right. Cause you know it's like Strahd's still a noble fella. Oh my God, that's a 5.
You got no idea.
Oh, it's different above ground, I suppose. I don't know. I never really ran into any noble folk. Well, I'll follow you.
So you guys make your way over to the winery. And you approach, and it's, it's quiet on the outside. You pass by Owen? Davian? One of the two of them, I don't remember his name. The old guy who sits outside by that tree. And he's kind of like, also, you can see it in... It's strange because there are two different sensations happening at the same time with two different sets of people, and he's matching Blair and Roderick right now. It's kind of just like keeping a watchful eye on the surroundings. But you pass him, and he just kind of nods and lets you go.
Isn't? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're making your way towards the winery, the inside.
Okay, because I was trying to remember. We were talking to like the older one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Grandpa.
Oh,
I think he's
oh.
I think he's Davian. I think Davian's the grandpa. I think
That's
Owen's the
Davian,
one who is in Valaki.
Yes.
Oh, he's in Valaki. Oh, because they left.
Yeah, Owen's the tavern keeper. He's
The tavern keeper. Yeah.
Yep.
Davian is the older guy that told us to go and get the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Davian is at the winery.
Yeah, Davian's at the winery. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's the one we're currently walking past.
Oh, that's what I thought. Oh, old man Martigon.
Meyore's brain is also getting fuzzy.
Yeah.
He gets really into character, guys.
That's right. We have something for you, and he'll pull out the seed.
Oh, you found it. That's excellent news. That's two. Two of them are found now. This will be more than enough for us to resume production in full force.
It came at a great cost. One of our comrades is missing in action.
Oh, where did he go?
I do not know. We fought a hag in her giant house, and then he was gone. We found this in the belly of the beast. As soon as I ripped it out, the house fell. Or did the house? No, the house didn't fall. Or did it fall
Yeah.
after I took it out? Oh, it did. Okay.
Well, the house fell after the hag
Oh,
died.
after she died. Oh yeah, because it just like froze after
Mm.
we took it out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see him kind of like thinking really heavily about your description of how Malin disappeared, and then he just gets distracted by the gem itself. And he takes it from you and says, "You have done us a great service today. I would say that you are bringing hope to our family and the people of this land, but something seems different now. I can't put my finger on it."
You have fingers.
"Yes, I have fingers. They just turn into feathers. They're multi-use."
Tia, you're looking right at him. How are you confused by him saying that?
I don't know. For some reason, I just. He always had fingers?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Ever since I was born, I have had fingers. We've seen each other probably 3 times.
You can see her, like, tilt her head and then just looks down and is like, huh.
Oh no, it's getting her too. She feels the same way. Martikov, do you feel there's a fogginess in my mind? Shortly after this strange feeling came, something is reaching out. It's different than before.
Well, I have no fogginess, and I feel the same as I always have. It's just the land feels different. And what he's saying is ringing true with Blair and Roderick.
Hmm.
You guys feel fine. It's just that the area around you has changed. And then Tia and Gundrick, you guys feel weird.
God, are we getting like ripped between realities or something?
That's what I'm thinking. Is it like
Yeah,
you're being
word.
like rejected and forced out or something?
Yeah, right. But Gundrick's not smart enough to figure that out, so.
Absolutely not.
Um, well, uh, if this will help you, is there any way that you can help us beat the devil? We think we need to strike now. Well, after the rest, of course, but
Ah,
before it grows any stronger.
I don't know how I could be of help to you. Really, I do not. If you have messages to deliver, I can get my boys to do that. But aside from that, I don't know.
Would they be able to find Rictavio and wow, my
Your
Esmeralda.
Oh, you mean the girl that you've
I-
been crushing on this whole
Yes,
campaign?
Irina was the only one in my head for some reason.
I know where to find Esmeralda.
And Rictavio is here. But looks towards the winery.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
Now, here's a
Well-
question. When you were transformed, do you think you could carry a whole person?
Depending on the person carrying them, yes, I think so.
Now, obviously, we might need to strategize, but if it comes to it, do you think that your family could help us infiltrate the castle at the very least? Even if you can't aid in our fight, perhaps you could drop us behind enemy lines, so to speak.
You see him very you know how whenever like crows and ravens are investigating something, they kind of tilt their head and it's quite obvious. He does it, but like at 90 degrees, because he's replicating that like bird sensation of like, roll a persuasion check.
Oh no, where's Malin?
Dead.
No!
That's the question. Where's Malin?
Oh man, no
Dang.
one has any thoughts to add on
Well,
to
my thoughts aren't going to help
plan?
your persuasion check. I tell you that much.
All right, I get
So
a
I'm
plus
saving mine for
ability.
after you make your check.
Oh, that's a 17.
17. I would have to do some talking to my family, but you have done us a service. I think if it's possible, maybe we could try and figure out some way of doing this.
My only concern is Strahd's eyes and ears are everywhere, and will just be a were-raven carrying a person through the air towards his castle. Pretty slow moving, I assume.
What if we had a distractionary force?
That's what I was thinking.
Esmeralda currently, she has sort of an army of creations. That if we get this, and I kind of show the Hearthstone, not touching it, it's wrapped up. The Hearthstone, whatever. If we get this to her, she might be able to convince the Abbey. Wait, what's his name?
The abbot.
The Abbot. There we
Close
go.
enough.
The Abbot to send his creations to fight for us.
That would draw the eyes off of us to a degree, would it not? Have them attack the front while we infiltrate the back?
Well, if you're going to do this, you should do this now. If you're going to attack tomorrow, then tonight should be spent strategizing, and you will need all the help you can get.
You said one of your boys could send a message.
Yes, I can instruct them to carry a message to your friend.
Okay. I'm going to write something up. Do you trust them not to touch this object? I'll give it to them.
Of course.
Alright. So yeah, that's going to be part of this package.
Yeah, I mean you can figure out what that is in on the side if you want to, and then whenever you're ready to tell him what you want to tell him, and he'll do it.
Yeah, I like write it down when I get a chance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the message is essentially going to be like, hey Esmeralda, we got the Hearthstone. If you can get the Abbot to send his creatures to it, or his creations to attack Castle Ravenloft, when do we think that we could get there? Like, or should I say this? It'll say, if you can get your the Abbot to send his creations toward Castle Ravenloft, ready to fight. Tomorrow's the day we take back Barovia. Something along those lines. And then tomorrow I'll like send her an actual message via whatever to be like, this is the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for point of reference here, you guys are on Dragden, right here. This is where you have to get to. Whatever way you want to take is the way that you want to take. If you take roads, I would say it'll probably take you... Let's be generous here. It'll probably take you 2 hours to get there. If you shortcut, could be a little shorter, could be a little longer. If you're flying in, I don't even know. We'll figure that out as it comes.
I worry if we cut across, we'll have to make such a wide loop to avoid that.
As a note as well, Esmeralda and the Abbot are coming from here down.
Yeah, so we almost might be able to like meet them.
Yeah, it's like same direction that you guys will be coming from.
Yeah, if we kind of go this way.
Up to the road, cut through the forest around Vallaki once we get there. And avoid going up and around the forest, just cut through the forest towards the next road. By the windmill. Since we can't go through Vallaki.
Right. Makes sense.
But yeah, whatever you want to do, just let him know, and he'll relay messages.
You wouldn't have to have some spare arrows lying around, do you? Be great.
Arrows for bow or for crossbow?
Bow.
Yes, we do.
Crossbows shoot bolts.
What are you saying? You're too young. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, he has some. I got a good roll. I'll say he has 12 regular arrows if you want to nick him.
Perfectly fine. Thank you. Oh, also, it just occurred to me that I'm being reminded that our comrade died. There's this horse in the stable. I don't really want to talk to it at the moment. Can you just take care of it for the time being?
No, of course. That is fine with me.
It's gonna be an awkward conversation. See who ever decides to talk to that horse again.
Oh my god, yes. Because
Yeah.
it was like so sure it was gonna get out and help him, and we're like, no, we got this.
I mean, even if the horse sees you at this point.
I know. But horse can't talk to Tia, so Tia can't hear it.
Doesn't have to talk to step on
I
you.
can't understand you.
She's gonna end up killing it before that happens. So
I'll kill that horse. Oh man, lordy.
yeah, I just saw that as like you guys were talking to the Martikov, like, oh no, Red King.
Ooh. Well, we have a night of planning and experimentation ahead of us, I suppose. I hope they can carry Gundrick.
So you guys walk into the winery. This is where you're bedding down for the day, I assume. You find Van Richten. Van Richten's in here, also kind of in his own head, a little bit.
Snap out of it.
It's. I don't really know what's happening here. There are a number of things that I'm a little concerned about. You killed the hag, yeah?
Yes.
That is good. That's a good sign. Where is Malin?
He vanished. I kind of lean in. Likely dead.
Every time Malin's been brought up to people and people are like, oh, he vanished. She has the look of he's dead behind them.
Yeah, he's kind of like... Yeah, he's kind of like... Okay, that's very unfortunate news. Vanished.
Anyways, I'm sure you feel it. He has here not right. It's as if we're in a cave that's ready to collapse.
Yeah, I have not been in Barovia for an extended period of time. I'm not from this land. But something does feel off about the atmosphere here as well. I don't know what happened. It's like in the past few hours, a lot has changed.
Oh, do you feel foggy too?
Like someone put a blanket over your head and you can't see.
Yeah, I'm scrambled a little bit.
Why are they normal? They don't seem to be having these problems.
Well, the two of us are from here. I assume it's because you lot aren't.
What, the land doesn't want us here? Doesn't like us? What kind of sorcery is this?
I don't understand that. That is... What could cause such a thing?
Don't know. Anyways, we're trying to finish this thing up tomorrow before it gets too Before whatever's happening here comes to completion, you'd like to end this. Will you be ready?
Yeah, okay, yeah. We are taking the fight to Strahd then.
Yes. Have you talked to Esmeralda?
I have not. I don't know where she is at this moment in time.
She's, up at Kresk, the Abbey.
I suppose that makes sense. She's trying to find something holy to kill the vampire with, I assume.
Not sure. The abbot there has gone under some sort of madness. However, Esmeralda thinks that she can, once cured, he could be an asset. So, we're hoping to use his creations in our fight tomorrow. He's got, an army of chimeric-like beings.
Ah, the mongrel folk. Yeah, of course. There is one in Castle Ravenloft. Actually, it serves Strahd. I don't know if this plan will work the way that you think it will, but
What does that mean?
well, if there is one in Castle Ravenloft that serves Strahd instead of the abbot, what is to say that the others don't secretly harbor some allegiance to the vampire over this other figure? But if you believe it to be the case that that they will obey the orders of their chimeric master, then we will trust in you.
Oh, it's whether you trust in Esmeralda. She's the one who sees something in this abbot.
Well, that is a question. I suppose we will see.
What do you know of the mongrel folk? Because I'd rather not go in there tomorrow and have to deal with Strahd and a whole army of people who turn on us.
I don't know much about the mongrel folk other than what you've told me, and that they are mongrel folk. They're not. I have not encountered them. Yeah, I do, because that is what the locals have referred to them as in the Blue Water Inn. The Keepers of the Feather have seen them before, and that's what they colloquially refer to them as. I have not encountered mongrel folk outside of Barovia, so it's out of my territory.
All right, here's what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna send a message right now to Esmeralda.
Okay.
Esmeralda. We have the Heartstone. Are you sure the abbot and his creations would be of aid and not betray us in the fight? Also, we're at the winery, and I just forgot his name. Van Richten is here. That's all I say.
Okay. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, okay. You send out the message, and you do hear a response back. The response is as follows. Yes, I'm 60% sure they're going to be on our side, but it's worth a shot if we can get the edge up on Strahd. And as that message goes through and you hear the words, like halfway through you hear an additional voice on top of it that is the same voice, and it says, "Who is this?"
says she's 60% sure. So, not really liking those odds, to be honest with you.
Well, it's entirely up to you. If you think it's going to bite you in the ass, then Eds and I have consorted on stealth missions before. We could be of other use elsewhere, but if you'd rather us, helm this fight instead, then that's what we will do.
Even last time that you two were sneaking in the castle, Strahd knew you were in there.
He doesn't really respond to that. Just kind of thinks for a moment. No, you're right. Yeah, he did find us. Yeah, I believe if he's distracted by all of you, that might be better for our odds. Alternatively, I believe I was in that reading, as you have told me. So, if you'd rather I be by your side, I'm going off of you. I would be a fool to not trust in the words of Madame Eva.
Well, speaking about Madame Eva, she was kind of wrong on the whole card prediction thing, even though I never got mine.
Was she?
I mean, the original group's dead. Malin was the last one.
Who said she was
He's
talking
missing.
about them? She could have been talking about you, to them. After all, they were instrumental in providing you with this situation that you are in, no? I don't know what was said in the reading. She's renowned for a reason.
Would there be any further way that she could help us?
The Vistani are a mixed bag. Some will have allegiance to her, some will have allegiance to Strahd. It's difficult to tell.
I did help a group of them south of Valaki. I couldn't really tell their allegiance at the time. I don't know if maybe they could be useful as well.
This is your decision to make.
So guys, I rolled a D100 and I was like, if we roll 1 to 60, those creatures will be on our side. I roll 61 to 100, about 40% chance. They aren't. I rolled 66, so they're not going to be on our side. So let's.
But if it's a 2/3, wouldn't 66 be in the 2/3 that they didn't succeed? Because it's 66.67777 is 2/3.
Well, they specifically said 60%.
Oh, I thought he said. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
so
never mind.
Esmeralda said there's a 60% chance they'll be on our side. I rolled a 66, so
That's what she estimates the odds to be, yeah. You don't know. Abbott's not cured.
We send them to those Vistani and see if they're good or not.
okay.
And then they duke it out.
Crazy idea here. Forget the Abbot. It sounded like Tia had met a very powerful being in the Amber Temple. This Heartstone would cure that just as much as it would the Abbot, I believe. Tia would get her cards and perhaps we could gain a powerful ally.
Would we be able to waltz right in there to you?
Ah,
'Cause we kind of have to do it tonight, right? If we're
I'm
striking
going to.
tomorrow.
I'm gonna do a fun roll here. Oh my god, it's half. I'm gonna do one more. I did not want an actual 10. Okay. If I remember correctly, I feel like there's a group in there. Not a good group, I don't think.
Not to mention it's incredibly far south and through the pass that I believe Roderick said was dangerous. Not to continuously turn down everything we bring up, but we're grasping at straws to hopefully fight against the most powerful being in Barovia.
Last question. Is Milvoy in the room?
Yes.
I'm gonna put my hand on Van Richten, like, shoulder. Can I just have a private word for a moment? Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, of course.
And I go to a different room.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask, do you think could one of these, referring to the Heartstone,
Mm-hmm.
bring someone back who's been turned into a Death Knight?
That's a good question.
Don't want to get Milvoy's hopes up here. I had to leave the room.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he kind of thinks for a moment. In my professional opinion, I would estimate no. Death Knights are not affected by disease, as it were. It's more about a corruption of the soul and the faith that they have in their deities that can be twisted and warped. I believe that Heartstones only cure diseases, not curses, and even if you were to try and remove a curse on this Death Knight, wherever he may be, you're dealing with tricky things. Better to stay away from that, I think.
Alright. Don't mention that to Milvoy.
I have kept harder secrets in my life, trust me.
Alright. Head back out the door. Thanks for taking a look at that for me.
Oh, you're
Been worried
welcome.
about it for...
No problem at all. Das ist keine Probleme. Anyway.
Wait, what was he looking at?
You know, it's kind of personal. That's why
Oh,
I
so
went in the other room.
Oh.
Is it something in the lower regions?
No, not quite that far south.
Your voice is cracking a bit. You sure?
You want me to
Don't
show
worry.
you? I start
worry.
unbuckling my belt.
Milvoy's gonna roll an
I've
insight
been
check.
to the medic's tent many a night.
Milvoy failed his insight check. He's like, are you okay? Like,
The doc says I'll be alright.
oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. Sounds like two options. Well, three options. We just go on our own. We get an army of creatures to fight for us, or we hope and pray that this this person Tia found, once healed, would be on our side.
I just personally don't know if we have time for the individual and the temple. I don't know what are everyone else's thoughts. I think I still lean towards having an army that could be a distraction, even if the odds are not perfect.
Benricton, do you know where the do you know where Strahd's brother's crypt is?
I believe so. Yeah, it should be in the catacombs.
In the catacombs. I assume that's under the castle.
Yeah.
Hence catacombs.
Yeah, I believe so. I have not looked at the map, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
So flying, getting above the castle actually might make things more difficult.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Castle Ravenloft is on a cliff, so it's difficult to get in from really anywhere but the front, land bridge that connects the castle to the cliff face of Mount whatever it is. You could, in theory, bypass that by flying overhead, but you would probably end up on the roof, which would be a further trek through the castle. So I suppose it depends. Do you want to meet Strahd's forces before you reach the castle, or do you want to have to deal with all of them inside? Because you'll deal with more if you don't know the way and if you land on the roof. But if you go for a full frontal assault, you'll encounter the extra ones outside anyway, so I don't think it really matters.
Well, I mean, we have been there before. Could it be beneficial even if they dropped us off in the courtyard beyond the bridge? That way the frontal assault takes the heat of that, and then we can drop in behind, possibly flank the defenders, and then allow our troops to move further in with less casualties.
But what troops do you have? I mean, so far you've got myself and probably Ez.
Oh, if we are able to thin out the defenders from behind while the mongrel folk move across the bridge.
Oh, we're still... Okay, then yeah, potentially.
Do we think Strahd would fall for us egging his forces out of his castle?
Probably not.
No. I mean, if we are worried that these creatures are going to betray us, perhaps flying to the roof of the castle still is the smarter decision.
Do another roll, because I don't think anyone's been up there.
I know Malin told us a lot of random stuff. In all of his tellings, did he talk about their route at all? Because, they did have that, like, Scooby-Doo run through the whole castle.
None of us were there, dude.
It was just Tia.
Besides Tia.
Yeah, Malin wasn't even there.
Oh, wait, yeah, Tia was
But
there,
the thing
you?
is, Tia's got, that fog? So that's why I've been doing rolls, see if she remembers it.
Oh, man, that's some insane fog.
Yeah,
man.
you... Oh, man.
That's not good. Okay, we'll try to explain this then.
Your memory of things that happened are just a little scrambly. Is all I can say. You're having a hard time focusing.
Okay. Well, I guess for his castle, where's his estate? What would you call it? A castle, estate? I guess a mansion. A castle? Well, I mean, a mansion would be nice. I guess that would suit the name. But I guess getting back on topic, when my party was in there, there was statues, spiders, and bats. But where they were located, I don't know. It's a bit fuzzy still.
No, Tia doesn't talk often, but I don't think she's usually like this.
I feel it. I don't know if I feel it that bad. We need that.
And Gunter's completely out of it. It's getting worse by the second. Is there any validity into playing into his anger towards us. Like, not drawing him out so that he has to fight us rather than his forces. He would want to kill us himself.
Who are you asking?
Just the room.
Does the vampire strike you as a particularly angry individual?
Not angry, as more of, well, he did seem pretty angry when he manifested himself in the clouds to yell at us. But I was more of going for, not prideful, egotistical.
Yeah, I think he was gloating more so than anything. Strahd does not have a lot to be angry about right now. If anything, you have helped him a little bit.
He does seem quite full of himself.
If you're going to play to his emotions, I don't think that anger is the one to go to.
I meant more for, like Gundrick was saying, full of himself. Like he'd want to kill us over allowing his forces to.
Yeah, well, then yeah, maybe.
We're all out of bite, so I don't know. We might just have to go through, take the ravens into the courtyard and storm the castle.
Does anyone else get sad when they hear music?
We're dead.
No.
We're all dead.
I feel like there was someone I knew that they played something. They didn't seem to, I guess, thrilled about it. Maybe it was the bard.
Hang on to it, Majestic Fae. You cannot fade that fast.
Tia and Roderick, you hear something outside. It is the fall of hoofprints and wheels behind them.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We're invited, folks.
Oh, hell, I'm not ready. Gotta sleep on the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's Strahd's cart, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
To be.
Yeah, you look out and the black carriage is there. Door is open and there is the familiar letter on the inside of the door.
Fine, I'll take it.
You take it, you open it up and give it a read. It says something along these lines. It says, "My dear friends, I understand recent developments in our social circle have been trying. However, you have aided my cause a great deal. I know, no doubt, you intend to kill me. But until then, I invite you to have one final celebratory dinner with me. No weapons, no fighting, just us. After which, you may return here, and we will resume our combat the following day."
He's stalling. He needs one more day.
Armistice. I think this goes along with his gloating.
Loading, or does he just need another day for the completion of what he's doing to the world here?
Oh, did Roderick read that out loud?
Yeah, I read it out loud.
Also, he'll like pull out the sun sword. Is he trying to separate us from like this and the talisman and all of
Most
this?
definitely.
He could strike while we're away.
Well, can he? Man, it just sucks because I don't know if he can just hear us all the time. Well, it's definitely a way into the castle. I'm sure he'd.
It's a way to distract him. If we want to leave an opening for Van Richten and Esmeralda to sneak in with our weapons.
Would that unattune the sun sword from Gundrick?
Depends on how long you spend apart from it.
I mean, I'm gonna assume a couple hours at least, right?
Yeah, a couple hours would probably do it.
Damn, you got to spend an hour to redo it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's an option.
Also, like he said tonight, right?
Uh, he said celebratory dinner. He didn't specify. I mean, I think he would expect tonight. Um,
Oh, okay.
you've known in the
I'm
past that
dead.
you've delayed Strahd's invitations an
I
extra
have
day.
3 HP.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah, I'm
say,
not going there.
I lost mine on the level up, but I think I had like 10 or something.
I definitely lost my own level up, but
I'm
I
not-
was
That's why I
well
didn't
below
level up.
half.
Should write a letter back. Says, "How about a nice brunch?"
If you want to, you can. You can cast sending if you want to do.
Out of spells.
Damn.
Well, out of everything besides first level.
I can't even talk to the horses. Yeah, it hasn't been a new day yet, so I can't even tell them.
What is that term? It's not RSVP. What about you like delay your invite?
I think the last time we did it, he just was not too happy though.
He's pretty happy now.
I don't trust leaving our weapons. That is, I just, I, it just makes too much sense for him to send minions to retrieve them while we're with him.
Did he say leave the weapons?
He didn't say leave them. He just said no weapons would be involved.
Oh, so we could have them. We just
mean,
So we can
are
go strapped up.
not using them.
Well, the other times I was there, we were allowed to bring the weapons. Granted, we didn't, draw swords at the table and whatnot.
I don't think he fears us very much.
My worry as well, now that this has been clarified, if we do go there and he has just decided to lie, he would absolutely destroy us right now, yes? I like to think that I can hold my own, but I am not a complete fool. He's as he like takes his hand off and his like side is still bleeding, starts like reapplying the bandage.
Bite marks in your neck.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, if we could bring if we did this tomorrow, this would be a way into the castle walls at the very least.
But,
Gundrick, on hearing her say that, he'll like kind of like hands close to his chest, like trying to kind of like hide them from the outside. He's gonna essentially try to like mime like us eating and then like lots of feet moving. Cause he's like trying to be more aware of like Strahd seeing and hearing everything. Like trying to give the message that like, oh, while we're eating, like troops could move in or something, you know?
yeah, I was gonna say, we could send one of us, just me or Tia. I don't know. Well, maybe not Tia. No offense. Your
Look,
memory seems to be slipping.
yeah, I guess it is slipping. I
Um,
think if I remember correctly, he actually did like me.
we could send one of us, and in that time that one is distracting, the rest could find a way in.
I worry if only one of us go in and he realizes the rest of us are trying to sneak in, then you're just there by yourself to get killed.
Well, no, hold on. It's coming back to me. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. He, he was. I think he was really bad when I was just there by myself for the other time we were invited.
I believe if we're gonna do it, it's all of us or none of us.
Well, either way, we're not going to Strahd's without a full rest.
I agree on that.
Let's sleep. If the wagon's still there in the morning, we'll think about it again. But maybe the decision will be made for us.
Can you write like a note on a letter and just say we'll be there tomorrow morning or something? And maybe the horses will just go back?
Sure.
Oh, smart. Smart. I don't have any of that nerd stuff in my bag.
Make it seem like we're really sorry. A bunch of
I just don't know.
XOs.
I just don't know if he's
What are-
gonna buy it if we write like we've seen that you've won. We just want to live. like,
Well, you don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
that's gonna
be
work.
that kiss ass about it. Just say we accept your invitation for tomorrow.
I'm just trying
We,
to
we,
work
can,
out.
we can feign ignorance, like we got the date wrong, you know? Like maybe when you said dinner, we're like, oh, it's too late for dinner, and we could just have it tomorrow. Maybe let's
He
talk about
didn't
dinner
say a
tomorrow.
day. It's just dinner, and then the next day we'd resume fighting.
Oh, all right.
Look,
Tonight we lost one of our own. We will be mourning until we'll be mourning tonight. Perhaps
Not perhaps, for sure. Make sure it's confident we're showing up tomorrow.
perhaps brunch.
Perhaps.
perhaps brunch. Also, I love that
We should
you
name that
just
the episode.
narrowly avoided saying morning till morning.
Yes, I heard that too. We'll be mourning till morning.
This is the most like modern day letter that you sent back. It's like, hey, sorry, can't make tonight. Our friend just died, but brunch
Rain
tomorrow
check for
sure.
brunch tomorrow.
Crazy thing just happened. Friend just died.
No, man.
Friend just unalived.
Ah, true. Gotta say that.
And vanished out of thin air.
Oh, man. I think that makes sense.
All right, I'll write that down. Write that down.
Okay, so you write up your letter. How are you sending it off?
You just put it back in the cart.
Okay.
Close the door.
You put it back in the carriage and close the door, and you like skip the horses off, and they go. They go if you tell them to.
Go on.
Go on, get.
Go on, get. What else are you guys doing for
Slap
the rest of
him
the
on the
night?
ass.
Well, at some point, Gundrick is going to experiment with one of these
Oh
were-ravens.
God! What?
Excuse me.
What?
I thought we were mourning.
We're supposed to be mourning. Malin would want us to do that.
People
I knew
experience
it.
grief in different ways.
I knew it.
God.
A half second before it came out, I was like, oh, this is going to be gold. Yes, experiment in our flying drop-off technique.
Okay.
God.
So you spend some time with the were-ravens. It takes 2 to get you. And
Nice.
I can fly myself, I'm pretty sure.
Like 30 feet around.
Is it really that slow? How fast
It's
can
pretty
the
slow.
how fast can the ravens fly?
Also, do you want to lose a slot on that?
It's
No,
not
it's not a spell.
Oh, it's not? Oh.
I think I can dash with this, so it could be like 60 feet, but
the
let's
were-ravens in hybrid form fly 50 feet.
yeah, so I could keep up with them.
You
Just
can
dash.
fly for 1 minute.
Well,
You
You can
they
use
dash
this
for 100?
amount of times to equal to your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so it's only a minute. So yeah, so we'll need somebody to carry me if we're flying all the way.
So yeah, you'll be able to do it for like 3 minutes.
Oh no, it starts slowly drifting down.
Well, my thought was more like we were walking, and then like once we got close to the castle, they were gonna bring us to the.
Fly
drop
over
off.
the wall quick. That probably would be better visually because they wouldn't just see us flying for miles.
Yeah, we're not gonna get shot out of the air.
Strahd loads up the laser cannons and blasts us out of the sky.
Fire the turbo lasers.
You reckon, Gundrick, it's doable with enough people. You're going to be fairly obvious if you do it, because you'll be like a big black mass, like shooting towards the castle and this open sky. But
Flying formation.
Is there any Rictavian, Ricto Magnifico,
Toffee.
Rictavio?
you look over to Rictavia, you see him kind of twisting an invisible ring on his finger.
When you and Esmeralda snuck in the castle, which entrance did you take? Do you know of any more secret entrances?
Well, we took an underground backwards exit into the castle that put us
Right,
right
thanks for
out by
telling us.
his trophy room. However, Strahd is aware of that, so I would be heavily surprised if it's still there.
I thought we were just walking in the front door.
Oh, that's true.
We're invited,
dinner.
remember?
Yeah,
Yes.
but I mean,
If
We go.
if we are just doing a quick over the wall thing, like the Ravens take one person over the wall, I could probably take one person over because I can climb.
What if we go have dinner? This part of the plan is still up to discussion. Mongrel folk come while we're at dinner, and then we use the Raven folk to drop in Esmeralda, or maybe Esmeralda should help lead the Mongrel folk if we do that. And then the Raven folk can drop in Van Richten and possibly Esmeralda, so they can infiltrate while we dine with Strahd.
okay. Elaborating more. What if we go for our brunch, and during that time we're going to need a distraction so that we can go to the catacombs. So during that time is when Van Richten, there we go. When Van Richten and Esmeralda sneak in to the castle, causing a distraction for us to leave brunch to find the catacombs. Because I'm thinking once we're there at brunch, all the focus is going to be on us unless Strahd's attention's pulled away.
If you go to brunch with Strahd, the only thing
Breakfast at Strahd's.
the only thing that you can feel fairly confident about is that you will be in a room with Strahd.
Because they figured out Van Richten and Esmeralda were in the castle last time. So who's to say it won't happen again?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we want that to happen. We
Want that to happen. Okay.
We go to if we go to brunch by ourselves, Strahd's attention will be purely on us. There's no time for us to act. We're gonna have to fight Strahd there, which means he's gonna respawn and we're gonna have to fight him again. So, so we go there. We're eating with Strahd, but Rick Taven and Esmeralda come into the castle. They get seen because he knew last time. He goes to go play with them. And then during that time that Strahd's not with us is our opportunity to get out of the room to do other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask. Last time we went to have dinner with Strahd, he made us wait. Would that trigger anything in Blair's brain as to why he would have made us wait? Obviously, there's less information because she wasn't at both dinners where he made us wait.
Nothing in particular. Probably just had to deal with something.
Okay, sounds good.
Also, I'm trying to remember. Van Richten talked to us about how to kill vampires before, right? Did we
Yeah.
talk about stakes in like the coffins or whatever?
Yeah, you know how to kill a vampire.
Which is all right. Often is, do we?
So, while we're dining, Esmeralda and Van Richten could possibly look for the coffin. Yes. And then when it comes to blows, we defeat Strahd. They could finish him off, possibly, if they find it. Yeah?
Right. It's, yeah, I mean, perhaps we don't ever have to fight Strahd. Perhaps he stays with us the whole time. Esmeralda and Van Richten take care of business.
Yeah,
Not likely, but
you could fight Strahd in the dining room, and then we could kill him when he respawns in the coffin.
That was my idea. That sounds possible.
But doesn't the reading say that we fight him at the catacombs?
Oh, so you're saying that you do believe in it now?
Wait, what did the reading say exactly again?
The reading said that the location of your final battle with Strahd would be in the place where his brother is something or other.
Just-
You've identified the location. The reading said that the final fight would be in that room.
Oh, okay. So I mean, if it specifically says in that room, because if it's just like, oh, where he screwed with his brother or whatever, like you could argue that that includes the grounds of the castle. Who's to say
Location
how
of the
up or down it
vampire.
is?
He haunts the man of the tomb that he envied above all.
Right.
I
So,
see.
either way, it doesn't matter because we go to brunch. Esmeralda, Van Richten sneak in. They take care of business. If Strahd stays with us, if Strahd leaves after them, we follow to the catacombs, where Esmeralda and Van Richten hopefully will be. So we'll just all tag team down there. And if Strahd stays with us, we buy time. We'll fight him there. But yeah, we just let Strahd decide for us what we're doing.
That's true. It can't necessarily be in two places at once, right?
Hope not.
Right? Okay, so also, how do we feel about the potential troops? And sorry, oh, I'm so groggy still.
Forget the troops.
How do what do you think?
Too much of a curveball, or too much of a chance.
No one's going to be any tiebreakers, I see.
Wait, tiebreakers for what now?
If we should rely on the mongrel folk, which we know nothing of,
I
we're
say no.
hoping that this Heartstone cures the abbot who then wants to help us with these things he's created. I agree. I think it's too much of a variable that we can't rely on.
Good.
That could
Okay.
cause more problems.
Oh, here's a question I have with that though. Not even for using the troops. Do we think that these beings or creatures or whatever they are, do you think they would be more susceptible to Strahd's influence in their current state with the abbot cursed or uncursed or diseased or whatnot? So even if we don't use them, should we still make sure the abbot is cured to hopefully keep them contained if that is something that he would do?
Right now, most of them are locked away in cages, so it's not something we have to worry about at the moment.
They also wouldn't
Okay.
have time to make it to the castle if Strahd decides that he needs them for some reason, which I don't think he will.
So I'm rewriting Esmeralda's red letter, and now it's gonna say, it's gonna say,
NVM.
it's gonna say Van Richten. Meet Van Richten at bridge near Vallaki tomorrow morning. Forget about the abbot for now.
Okay.
And then I send that letter off. I'm not sending the Heartstone. I hand the Heartstone to Tia. Actually, should I wait until Tia's memories aren't crazy?
You try to hand a stone to Tia, you see her drooling.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I take it back. And I say, I'm gonna hold on to this for now.
What is it?
It's the Heartstone.
So you can eat it, right?
Damn, I guess if we got the same disease, or
Should I
whatever
use
is-
this on her?
Oh.
I think something's eating her brain.
Okay. Once this is all over, Tia, and you feel yourself again, you can use this, hopefully, to get your cards back. You remember your cards?
Remember the heart of the
Gee.
cards, Tia.
I knew it was coming.
Oh my goodness. She's I don't even know how to put it. I think she looks at you and says, cards is this your car? And she like does and like it spins in her hand like a little trick. So
Oh no.
That is amazing.
This is
it is
Can
pretty
I-
amazing.
Dead.
Can I insight check Tia, like in medicine check and just all sorts of checks, Tia?
Sure.
Tia seems much worse off than Gundrick, and now I'm real nervous.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an insight check. Or a medicine check.
Okay.
Either or.
Ew, 14 insight.
I mean,
Tia's obviously off. I just want to know, like, she has a brain-eating virus.
if Eva wants to answer it, he can. But
Maybe I
can
should roll a medicine. Is that better?
Oh, is this like some secret thing? Because I thought we
I'm-
had the same thing, but
Yeah,
now I
no.
don't think we do.
You do have the same thing. I don't. How is it affecting you, Tia?
It is with her slowly forgetting things about Barovia. She's more leaning back into times from before she entered this place. So it's like it's almost reverting back to like her natural state at that point. So
Okay,
she is a fae. So the
Can
playful
I, like,
nature is coming back a bit.
spend time asking Tia questions and like trying to do my best to get like a medical diagnosis of her to see if she has a disease
Sure.
I think the-
curable by
I think the
the
better way to
Hearthstone.
put it is I don't know. Not like a drunk, but I guess if somebody was high, you know, like they are just feeling perfectly fine. So with Tia constantly forgetting these things, you know, the issues that are all happening in Barovia, the death and whatnot, she's like she's chilling.
Yeah. Roll a medicine check for me, Roderick.
Okay, good. I did that. And it's 23.
23. You spend some time with Tia, and you begin to understand how she's feeling. In her talking, Tia, how long have you been out of the Feywild? It's been a little bit, right?
It's been some years, yeah.
Yeah. You begin poking her and asking her questions. The Feywild is crisp. She's got that down. A little bit of the time that she spent wandering the material plane, she's good on, and then things start to get a little bit fuzzy, just a little bit muddled. Basically, you get the sense that the memory is there. It's just she's just for some reason not being able to recall it, or it's getting confused somewhere, or there's some kind of conflict.
Am I poking and prodding? Am I able to just figure out if this is a magical effect or if this is a like disease?
With your 23, you don't know.
Shit. Okay. Well,
You begin to think back on the effects that led up to this. So either the hag put some sort of spell on Tia and Gundrick and the rest of Barovia. Her dying released something that affected certain people in Barovia. Or it's something else.
oh, I hate this. Okay. Yeah, I don't use the Hearthstone then.
Oh thank God.
Wait a minute. Babushka, for being a high-ranking military commander, you've been very quiet as we strategize how to assault the castle. Are you okay? Are you feeling foggy as well?
No, I'm feeling pretty excellent actually. The only thing that's foggy is your head.
Well, do you have any guidance to offer? Any thoughts on our plans?
Babushka has been listening in to this conversation as it's been happening. Babushka is in favor of commanding troops because that's what she knows, is what she's used to. Babushka also was very well liked and believes that she can rally most people to her cause. So she's all in on the mongrel folk.
I know. I feel you, babushka. Well, I don't know if she apparated for that or not, but babushka agrees on the mongrel folk, but I know we're kind of past that at this point, so yes. I think I agree with our current idea. I suppose.
Perfect. Let's go to sleep. Let's hope that in the morning you all feel better.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So is anyone taking watches tonight?
I'll say while Roderick was looking over Tia, Blair would have like slinked off and found like a wardrobe or a cabinet that was empty and like went inside of that and left the door open and was close enough to hear if she needed to, but was just eating in the cabinet by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Blair's like regressing in the. We haven't even noticed.
Great. Now I'm like, did I get like messaged and I'm ignoring it?
No, that's Equa didn't prompt anything. This is
No.
my own character stuff.
I can take first watch. Probably better to get the other way sooner, so I can rest.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Blair, are you watching with any of them?
I'll watch with Tia. You hear from a cabinet.
You also have Van Richten if anyone wants to watch with him.
I figured somebody should watch with Tia because she's going Fey on us.
That's a good
Going
point.
Fey wild.
That's a good point. So I guess Van Richten will watch with Gundrick.
Okay.
So, Gundrick and Van Richten are taking first watch. Roll perception check.
Alrighty. Let's see here. That is a natural one. For a total of 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you try and concentrate on watching your surroundings. That weird brain fog is still there, though.
Can I say, as we're sitting there too, maybe this is partially why it's so hard for him to focus, but he's like got the sun sword kind of activated, and just like trying to like feel that warmth as maybe like a way to try to make himself feel better, and also he's been trying to talk to the sword here and there. And just kind of like as he's sitting there, just kind of like sharing his kind of thoughts with it, I guess, hoping maybe it can hear somehow. But just, just saying along the lines essentially of, I don't know, we lost a comrade today. I don't know where he is, but I refuse to believe that he is gone. I will not lose anymore. I cannot lose anymore. Tomorrow, we will end the evil that plagues this land. It is the last thing that I do. I hope that I can rely on you for this fight, as I will need every ally I can get. And then I guess if Van Richten wanted to talk about anything, he would, but probably just kind of focused.
Yeah, the sword senses your unwavering dedication to killing Strahd, and the sword, as you feel that, it responds by flooding you with feelings of vigor and drive and passion and righteousness. All the things that you are familiar with. The sword wants to see Strahd end, and it is happy that it's going to get its chance now. When you talk about Malin, the sword responds by showing you feelings of longing. and it can sense your near certainty that Malin is alive somewhere, somehow, and in it transmitting this emotion, you begin to question whether you could reach out to Malin and how you would do that.
Yeah. I guess as I feel that, do I feel it offering any guidance somehow on that regard, or?
No, it's not offering any guidance.
Okay.
It's just it's kind of just saying, well, if you're sure he's alive, how are you going to confirm that?
Oh, okay, okay. Um, yeah, I guess he does kind of think about it, and at the moment, it's just I I can't focus on that right now. As soon as Strahd is done, I will find him. I can go back to the swamp. I can look for tracks. I know we couldn't find any, but maybe cleansing Strahd from this land will somehow illuminate and help me in the hunt. But I will find him. Because also Malin had mentioned he did mention Dagger Ford, right? I
Yeah,
believe at some
probably.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is if anything, if I can't find him in Barovia, I can at least maybe search the nearby town that he had said he hailed from. But I will find him. I still have many years ahead of me. More years than he'll even be alive, so I can find him. I will find him.
Yeah. The other thing that happens on your watch is you see Van Richten kind of pacing around the inside, and he's still like messing with that finger. He's like twisting something around the outside. You look over and you don't see anything there.
Is it his ring finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gundrick, I guess finally noticing that. Van Richten, did you lose someone? As he kind of like gestures toward the hand finger spinning.
Oh, uh, this is not a band of marriage. Yoshi kind of focuses and it becomes visible. It's a gold band with this like ornate thing on top of it that kind of looks like a brain.
Oh my.
This is a ring of mind shielding. It helps to keep outward influences from reaching into my brain and plucking thoughts that would otherwise see them harm or discern my plans. In general, it keeps me as, focused and individual and single as can be, but I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening. It's not protecting me.
Oh, so this feeling is penetrating your magic ring. So that's what's got you so worried then. Well, now does this thing, it just prevents people from essentially knowing your thoughts, yes? Or does it also protect them from controlling you in somehow?
Both, yeah.
Oh.
It makes my mind harder to reach.
I don't know much about magic, but is there some way to, I don't know, strengthen it or reinforce it somehow?
I don't think so. And this is a rare magical item. It's difficult to come across, and it's strong in its own right. It's nothing. It's just concerning that this is affecting all of us, except for a few, and it's bypassing my protections.
If that is very rare and powerful, then I guess that means this is something even more powerful, yes?
It must be.
Well, hopefully, whatever it is, dealing with Strahd will end it. And if not, that is something we can worry about afterwards. We can't take on all the problems in the world or we'll lose our minds. We have to take things one step at a time, break down the problems, and deal with what we can. I know it can seem like the whole world is coming down on us right now, but if we can stay focused, we can win.
The world is not coming down on us right now. Not mine. This is what I've been waiting for a long time.
Well, then it is all the better that it is here, so that you may deal with it and exact whatever you have going on behind that closed off self of yours.
Yeah, you see him kind of grip that ring a little tighter, and it is on his ring finger.
Mm-hmm.
And he just focuses, and it goes invisible again. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that'd be like near the end of their watch or whatnot, but when they're finally done, Gundry could just give him a little pat on the shoulder as he stands up, and just say, "Well, Venrichten, get some rest. We have quite the day ahead of us tomorrow." And he'll head off into the sleeping area and wake up whoever's got to wake up, unless anything else happens.
Yeah, you wake up next watch, which I believe is Roderick. Roderick, if you'd like to roll a perception check for me, and tell me if there's anything that you want to do on your watch.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Cool.
I talked to Milvoy, who I decided is now awake during this.
Sure, yeah, he's there.
So, tomorrow's a big day.
Sure it is.
How are you doing? No, yesterday or today was a lot.
Yeah, you know what? I'm okay. And we're okay. You know, it's hard to know exactly what to believe in this instance, but I don't think that you're going to, I don't see why you would try to hurt me in any way, so when all this
Hurt you.
when all this is said and done, we can go back to that temple and you can show me what happened and I will listen and I'll make up my own mind about it. But for now, I shouldn't trust the words of a hag.
No. Like I said, that wasn't your father, that was the hag. And it used what it could to try to divide us. But once this is all done with Strahd, I've already promised Tia that I'm going to the Amber Temple with her. So, you come along. We'll, I'll show you.
Yeah. What am I going to do tomorrow? Like, I don't... Do you want me to sneak in with Van Richten? Because he's... I'm not so stealthy. Or do you want me to stay with you and fight Strahd and... Maybe we should think about that a little bit.
Where will you feel the most comfortable?
It's... Well... Probably right by you, but not
Good.
near Strahd.
No. Well, too bad. That's where we're going.
Okay. I'm gotta put yourself in scary situations, you know?
You know what? Things go south. I'll see you again in the next life.
Holy.
Well, I mean, you're right. After all, what else does Barovia have, right? That's terrifying. I'm gonna go practice right now. And you watch as he goes off and begins practicing his sword play and also his magic that he's been developing. Yeah. I forgot to roll. Perception for Milavoy. You rolled like shit. And this concludes your watch. Tia and Blair. It's now your turn.
Blair comes out of the cabinet and finds a chair and sits on it and just pulls her legs up to her chest so her feet are on the chair as well.
Tia is currently just twirling around her dagger.
Oh.
I will say this to you, Tia, and this will be the case for Gundrick when he wakes up as well. The muddled thoughts are starting to clarify a little bit. And any new memories that you're making are clear as crystal. It's just that there's like kind of like a period of time where it's like a little bit shaky, but a little less than it was yesterday.
So, Blair, how do you feel?
I mean, how is one to feel when we're in this kind of situation?
Well, I think I felt pretty bad, for the majority of my stay here in Barovia, but I don't know, for just this brief moment, I guess evening or afternoon, all my worries kind of just, not vanished, just clouded for a second. And it feels great.
I'm happy you got that moment of relief.
It doesn't have to be a moment. It's just more of a realization.
Of?
Well, I can't remember who said it because, memory's not there. But, it was about Madame Ava and how I mentioned that, she was wrong about the cards, and I don't know. When I was told it didn't have to just, be about the group, it could be about other people. It could be true. So who knows? Like, maybe the group that died, I don't remember silhouettes of them, but they were a pretty funny bunch. There was this, I guess I could tell you a bit about them. You know, I guess Malin may have said it, but there was just this one weird looking druid who I can't remember his name. He just said a lot. He also had a wedding veil. And there was Malin, of course, who vanished. He's probably dead. But he was, from what I've known about him, he seemed a pretty happy guy. I think Billboy was pretty wrong on that front. And there was this wizard with a nasally voice. I think it was like Alarin was his name. He had issues. He had issues. I didn't like him too much, but later I liked him. And then there was this giant beast named Garbantus. Yes, he loved smashing things. And then there was, there's Irina, and then there was also like these two ghost kids we ran into. And, there was a pie lady. She didn't turn out to be too great. There's just a lot of people that I've ran into here, and it's funny how no matter what happened, they still kept going. Like even in death, like they still wanted to do what they wanted to do. They didn't stop. And that reminded me of why I'm even over here in the first place. And she's just still like twirling her dagger, and she stops and looks at it and holds it up. And she says, I came here to save a friend. To find these cards. And being mopey's not gonna solve anything. It's definitely something my behind's not gonna solve anything either. So yeah, sure, we've lost a lot of people. Like you've lost people in the past. I've lost people in the past, but we gotta keep going. And if we fail, which there's a strong chance we could, we'll go out knowing that we did our best. And Tia just gives Blair a smile. And just turns back and keeps looking at her dagger.
I appreciate the optimism, Tia, but you'll have to excuse me for not jumping out of my chair with joy.
No, it's fine. Eventually you'll turn around.
Yes, maybe. As she keeps her thoughts to herself as not to make Tia feel bad in her current situation, because all Tia has at this moment is her optimism.
What did you guys roll for perceptions?
6.
Oh no. So
6 and a
nobody
1.
rolled above a 10 on their perception.
Isn't that one?
To be fair,
For an 8.
not to give away things, I rolled at disadvantage on purpose. I would have gotten a 19.
Yeah, Van Richten did roll well, I'm pretty sure, but Middleboy rolled like shit.
That one fits for Tia. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So, your watch goes by uneventful.
Yeah. Blair stays like as she's been sitting in the chair and like kind of darts her eyes over to Tia to make sure she's not doing some shenanigans. But mostly she's thinking about how she just saw her. She had a vision of her Nana mangled with the look of terror in her eyes that Blair did it to her. She then not only was thrown into probably the hardest fight she's ever been in, but during that fight, when she was hit by the fireball, the Spirit of the Wendigo tried to escape her body to get away from that fire, and that's the only thing keeping her alive, and now it's trying to leave as well. And Malin's gone, and everything's just constantly falling apart around this group, and although they keep pushing through it, it just keeps falling underneath their feet as they try to move forward. So she's not feeling the most optimistic about things right now,
Complete
because they're
opposite.
about to walk into Strahd's castle, the most unprepared that they've been this entire time, basically.
So Blair needed the pick me up talk.
Well, morning arises, and you all awaken to the clouded morning sun. The exterior of Barovia is heavily laden in fog and mist. But not so much so that you cannot see the two horses and black carriage that are still currently parked outside of the winery.
You said they left.
They did?
They came back.
They came back.
Oh,
The
you said
horses
still
came
parked
back,
out.
and we were too stupid to realize they showed up.
I do quickly write another note, and it says, Van Richten, we are counting on you to sneak into Strahd's castle, Ravenloft. Do not forget this. Meet Esmeralda at the bridge near Volaki.
You're writing this now?
Yeah, like
The
as soon
hand
as
of
I
Van
woke
Richten.
up, I was like, oh yeah, I got to do that. And then
Pretty big thing.
I hand it to Van Richten.
Who's right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
case their memory's so lost that they forget.
Van Richten takes it and kind of looks at you. And then
Thirsty
opens it
guys.
and reads it.
Memories have been a bit foggy.
It feels a little better this morning,
Sure.
actually.
Yeah.
How about you, Tia?
She gives a thumbs up.
Okay, maybe not as good, but
What do you mean?
oh, that's okay. You were just being very jolly yesterday, and I'm not used to that
She
from
still
you, to be
is.
I believe it's called optimism.
Ah, well, that I can stand by.
Van Richten goes to move towards the door. And he goes to put his hand on the handle to open it, and then looks up and pulls away and begins backing up a few feet. It's now slightly more obvious to you as you will see a shape just through the mist outside.
In the air?
It was about a little lower than eye level.
Oh,
Mist is thick
Was it-
today.
Was it by the carriage? Was it in the tree line? Like, where was this?
I mean, the distance here is hard to tell because the fog is heavily obscuring your vision. Fog is unnaturally thick right now. It could have been 10 feet away from the door. It could have been 50 feet away from the door. You don't know.
Gunder's gonna light the sun sword, see if we can brighten the path a little bit. And then I guess, I don't know, I mean, Gundrick will start approaching the cart, see if there's another letter in there. I don't know if anyone, like, is like, oh, let's not do that, but...
I will for little things in case it tries to get me. I do have blind sight for 10 feet because I have the blind fighting style now.
Nice.
Is that 10 feet radius?
Yes,
Okay.
and I can see invisible creatures within 10 feet as well if it's invisible, unless it successfully hides from me. So, just putting those feelers out there.
So, Gundrick, you're walking towards the carriage.
Yeah.
You have the sun sword out. It is illuminating an area around you, but the light is not perforating the fog. You manage to make your way out of the door. Do you close the door behind you?
Oh, is this the door to the winery?
Yeah, you were in the
Where the door-
winery and you're leaving the winery to go to the carriage.
Okay. And everyone is just standing in the winery, right?
Depends on what they all want to do.
I'll go out with Gundrick.
Okay. Thank you, Bob.
Have the blood spear out.
Okay.
Yeah. Start moseying over there. Well, very cautiously.
So the two of you begin making your way slowly towards the carriage. It's a little ways out, 20 feet out from the winery. So Roderick and Tia, you watch as the two of them start heading out. They almost disappear into the fog, and as they do, the winery's windows are barred, but you do kind of see shapes sidle up to two windows that are on either side of the door, and just kind of wait there.
On either side of the door.
Yeah, you guys both have pretty high passive perceptions.
I would have reattuned my item.
Mm-hmm. At this point, you hear a knock.
Who's there?
Think of us as an escort to the castle.
You couldn't say your names?
I don't need to say mine. You're acquainted with me.
Oh, you're the one. You're the one vampire. I didn't expect to see you again. I thought you would have, left off to somewhere else.
Oh, trust me, the thought was there, especially today. But no, I have decided to carry out another favor for Strahd.
Simp.
Who said he wasn't paying? Anyway.
Let's go, Tia. Billavoy.
Actually, the humans must stay.
What?
His
So
invitation...
Roderick has to stay? And me? I mean,
I corrected
I'm sorry,
myself.
what?
The other two humans must stay. Strahd's invitation was only for the four of you, plus the one who's not here anymore.
also we have a free invitation to use that, so we can give it to Mill.
Yep, my +1 is Millavoy, so...
That's not how that works.
Did the invitation even say our names?
Strahd works in mysterious ways. I don't know. I was instructed to
No,
get the four of
hold
you.
on. You just said that's not how it works.
You think I saw the fucking letter? Just get in the fucking carriage.
Sorry, I'm just,
Blair, as you and Gundrick walk up to the carriage, it's an undisturbed trek. You get to it, the door's open.
Nice.
There's a letter
There we go.
inside.
Okay. I was looking for Rodden. It's just sitting in there. Well, what's this say?
Yeah, you ping it open and you read it. It says, "My dearest compatriots, I extend my furthest condolences over the loss of your companion, and understand your desire to stall another night. The invitation still stands for, in quotations, brunch. Please don't mind the escort."
All we got is escorts.
And then it says, "See you soon."
Kiss, kiss, smooch, smooch. Strahd.
He truly underestimates us, I think. He literally sees us as his minions at this point. Did you see how he called us compatriots? Oh,
Patriots
boy.
doesn't mean minions.
I mean,
Well,
called us friends last time.
partners in, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that he sees us as quote unquote allies, you know, for helping him so much. Really doesn't put a good look on us.
Blair, you blindly sense movement on either side of you. It just comes in and out of your 10 feet radius. You pick up on two people.
These are the escorts.
Well, there's no point in flitting around like that. I'm getting in. You could come talk or sit with us or some. Well, I guess there's not enough room for that, but you don't have to be so ominous. You'll get in the carriage.
Yeah, you look up from the letter and go to move in the carriage, and you see someone hanging upside down, looking face to face with you. And they say, my apologies. We were told to be stealthy.
Okay. Now get in the carriage.
So tell me, would Strahd be more upset that I didn't go, or would he be more upset that there was a +1?
You know, I think that's really... I can't answer for him. If you're choosing not to go, that's really only a death sentence to you.
Roderick, I cannot stress enough. It's coming back to me. He was really, really upset that you guys didn't show up last time.
He has a great deal to discuss with you.
Give me a moment.
There's no response.
I kind of take a couple steps back into the building. All right, Milvoy. We'll go together right now if you won't, but how you feel?
I feel pretty good.
You want to go?
Well, it's now or never, right?
All right. Boys, come in. I don't care what you say.
Roll either persuasion or intimidation.
Yeah, they're neither are good.
You can get advantage from Milvoy saying, "Yeah, fuckers."
That's a 3.
A 3 with advantage?
Yeah, with advantage. One was a 1. The other was a 3.
Okay. You leave to step out of the door, Milvoy following behind. And as you exit the door, a hand quickly reaches in and shuts it with him still inside. You look to your left and you see a vampire spawn, who's currently closing the door.
Yep. Channel divinity, turn on dead.
Okay. That's a wisdom save for all of them, right?
I've actually never used it before, so I have no idea. I'm gonna assume so.
We used it in
An action.
You used it in the
Coffin Maker,
the coffin
so-
maker shop.
the last time we
so long
fought
ago.
vampires.
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was
so.
an eternity ago.
The sphere
Truly
was
ages.
with you. It doesn't say anything about a wisdom save.
What's it say?
As an action, it's probably just somewhere I'm not looking.
I
As an action, you present your holy symbol. Sphere at Twilight emanates from you. Wait, what is? That's just Twilight Sanctuary.
it's
Okay,
worded
it's telling me the
so
wrong thing.
weirdly.
I'm sorry. It's not showing me the turn on there. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Here we
it's,
go.
it's really bad.
Wisdom saving throw.
Is it a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh. What's your DC?
It's
Should be-
15.
It's
Yeah.
15. I rolled
Yeah.
60 20s, and not one of them beats a 15.
Let's go.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
present...
just I'm like holding up my holy symbol, and me and Milvoy are walking to the carriage.
Yeah, you see them all hiss and scatter, all of them disappearing into the fog. You just pop open the door and Milvoy walks right behind you.
We're in this together.
You scared away what was her name? Mina? Vina? She was kind of cool.
No, it's all right.
She'll be fine.
That is going to be incredibly useful. I have never seen you do that before, Roderick.
And so you all get in the carriage. And you begin going on your way to Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's end the episode right there. As you go, you do get the sense that the vampire spawn pick up and surround the carriage again. And are guarding it and making sure that it goes to the right place. But the journey towards Castle Ravenloft, you are unsure of the route or the distance or the terrain because the fog is so thick that it's almost impossible to see outside. When we return for the next episode, with a bit of luck, you'll be fighting Strahd. So make sure you level up your characters if you haven't already. And we'll see how it goes. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. Let's keep making stories together. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.